Good evening, everyone. This is my first video for YouTube. Today I will be talking about the stock Dropbox. This video was inspired by Jeremy from Financial Education. Thank you, Jeremy. You're awesome. You're amazing. I like you. But I don't really like Dropbox. Let's get into it real quick. Guys, I have a brand new channel. Please like, please subscribe, please comment, help me grow. Let's let it be known. Let's make sure that Jeremy can find out that I exist. Okay, let's get into it. So, quick overview. Jeremy already did this. I'm gonna link his video down below, of course, so you can watch his video and see what he's talking about and make sure that you're understanding what he wants, what he's going for, and what I'm suggesting, and what is my perspective. Okay, Dropbox. It's a cloud thing that you can just drop files into and share them easily. It's very easily syncable. It's easy across a lot of platforms. Jeremy's happy that they have 600 million registered users. They have 550 billion files or some kind of content on there. They have 15 million paid subscribers, and they have 80% of the people that are subscribed use it for work. He's happy that they're integrating like smart workspaces into Dropbox. I can't deny any of this. This is all true. But what I have to say is that unfortunately, there's a lot of other companies out there that are doing pretty much what Dropbox is doing. There is Google Docs. There's Office 360. Those are always easy to collaborate, easy to share. Also, with the way that it's set up, he says that it's built towards IT professionals. Google isn't built towards IT professionals. That's a consumer grade product. Apple's iCloud is not set up for IT professionals. That's a consumer grade product. Azure, I can see that might be more towards IT professionals, but I still think that that's also fine with consumer level people. It's just something that Microsoft bundles in. He's right. These other companies don't really care about the storage part of it. It's not on the top of their list of what needs to be done. Let's see. Services, bonus. He says that Dropbox is good. It has a good API. It integrates with everybody else, like Slack, like Adobe. That's fine. I don't really see that as a real good selling point, though. Then his video. I'm sorry, I'm kind of like ripping on your video, Jeremy. But just please bear with me. It's my first video. Hopefully, I can make these things better next time. He doesn't know what Penguin is. Penguin is Linux. It's probably what Dropbox is running on. I guess Dropbox has about 350, I guess, high value target customers that it wants to get into. I guess that would be million. I'm thinking that Dropbox is getting that number from what its competition already has. What Amazon Azure already has, what Microsoft, what Google, and what iCloud, and what AWS already has as customers. So yeah, it's a growing industry, but I don't see how Dropbox will dominate these industries. I just don't see how it's gonna be the most amazing company to win all of these new businesses. Features that Dropbox has that make it stand out, such as Workflow management. No. Okay, workflow management is a very competitive field. So many companies have that. It's like as if Nissan came out and said, okay, we got digital displays now. Well, everyone's already got digital displays. It's not great. Congratulations, but it's not all that great. Dropbox's competition in the area, Slack, I guess that's workflow management. Microsoft Teams, workflow management. Monday, workflow management. That company that just went IPO, Snowflake, yeah, workflow management. There's literally so many companies that do the same thing. They all have their niche. They're not trying to be in the Dropbox type of space. You don't necessarily want to share your files and use your work management software in the same area, because it doesn't necessarily always work well together. Yeah, it's nice that it's integrated, but sometimes Dropbox isn't the best way to share your files. Okay, hypothetical example. If I'm at like let's say Dunder Mifflin, okay, the office, great. We probably have a server where we can share our files. We don't need Dropbox. We just need the productivity tracking software. So I don't see why that would work. We would want to keep all of our files private and in-house. We wouldn't necessarily want to outsource that to Dropbox. And if we did outsource that from Dunder Mifflin, we'd probably want to go with a company that's a lot bigger and a lot more of a heavy hitter, like Azure or AWS or Google Drive. All of these companies offer these massive data solutions, storage solutions that are better than Dropbox. Because Dropbox is only a, let's say, $10 billion company, I don't think it would be able to withstand some of the requirements. So it wouldn't give people the ease of mind, businesses the ease of mind to go ahead and sign up with Dropbox. It's not something that has that kind of brand power yet, and I don't see it gaining that brand power. That's the problem. Let's see. Okay, Jeremy says Dropbox is great because you could easily save your passwords across platforms. Google Chrome does that. I know Jeremy has Apple products, an Apple fan. I'm sure Apple saves passwords, and Apple has a password management system. That's not something great. Why would you want to do that with Dropbox? It's just another account that you have to manage and create. I don't want to open another account. I don't want to be with Dropbox. I already have an account with Google. Why would I want to go and open another account? I already have enough accounts. Leave me alone. No more accounts, please. That's enough. Let's see. Yeah, it's got to compete with Microsoft. Microsoft is using biometrics. Android is using biometrics. Apple is using biometrics. And Dropbox is going to use all of the other companies' biometrics to manage passwords through Dropbox. All right. I wouldn't be willing to pay for that as a service, as a customer or as a business that's using Dropbox as a customer. I'd just be willing to pay for the storage. And if I'm willing to pay for the storage, I don't know if Dropbox is exactly the most competitive storage. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, there's hundreds of companies that have storage solutions. Advanced security, platform direct, biometrics. Yeah, if Amazon or Google or Apple see that Dropbox is gaining a lot of traction through its biometrics and it's through its password management system, if it's really that good, I think it'll be noticed by Google and Apple and Amazon and even Facebook. And they're not about to let that be. They're not about to let that stand. I mean, they're all in the same neighborhood. They're all in the same ballpark. They're not about to say, oh yeah, cool Dropbox. Just go ahead and take our password management system where we get all of our data from, and you go ahead and monetize that, and you go ahead and build yourself a nice little walled garden within Dropbox and keep us out through our platforms, through our API. I'm guaranteeing if Dropbox was to be successful with their password situation, that all of a sudden it would find it a lot more difficult to get through to the APIs of these other companies to go ahead and get into their environments and to integrate so well. They would make it a lot tougher for Dropbox. Let's see, Dropbox has a vault. That doesn't mean anything, it's just marketing. So basically, one of the features of Dropbox is that you can do business stuff, tracking efficiency. You know what that is? That's basically what Facebook is. Workflow, right? Workflow is on a personal level. Your workflow is your Facebook. It's your time history. It's your logging in. You're saying, hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm here. Hey, this is what I did. That's workflow. Casual users don't need Dropbox. They don't need that. They don't want that. They're never going to upgrade. Never. Businesses are probably going to look for a solution that's more tailored to their needs. And I don't know if Dropbox is going to be able to deliver that kind of tailoring in a competitive way, because all of these companies are going to be very competitive to tailor and to accommodate to their paying users. They're going to say, okay, we can make this flexibility possible. We can make this adaptability. We can make this storage growth, whatever it is that Dropbox can do. I guarantee you Google will offer either cheaper, faster, or better. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, Dropbox is just a network area storage, NAS. Everyone can literally do this. Seagate sells the stuff. Western Digital sells the stuff. It's just something you hook up an Ethernet cable to, or something you set up with Wi-Fi once and you forget it. You don't even have to export to your Dropbox. All of these companies have their own little app you can download. Is it as easy as ubiquitous as Dropbox is? No, but if you're really into file storage, you don't necessarily want to have it on the cloud. That's the downside. If you're willing to give it up to the cloud, then you want it to be with the big dogs, not with the little dog. Dropbox is a little dog here. It really is. And it's not going to have an easy time convincing everybody that it's the big dog. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, for Dropbox to win, it must convince 300 million people that it's better than NFC and AirDrop from Android and Apple. NFC, you know, it's when you put your phones together and you can just like instantly share files. And then AirDrop is the same thing from Apple. I guess those are pretty simple. Why would I want to install yet another app? Really, I'm tired. My phone is full of apps. Declutter my phone. This is too much. I don't like too many apps. I'm pretty sure everybody loves installing all the apps in the world. No, nobody likes apps. You'd prefer to have less rather than more. And honestly, my cell phone real estate is expensive. I really have to love an app for me to download it and keep it. I don't want my apps to change locations. I don't want them to reorganize, realphabetize, whatever the situation is. Do not mess with my apps. Is Dropbox important enough for me to keep it? Jeremy says yes. I say no. It's not even worth me downloading. Let's see. Back in the day, Dropbox had a thing where it was coming pre-installed on all of the phones, but that's not happening anymore. That was back in the IPO days, I guess. Maybe even before that. That's when it made a splash. Dropbox isn't. No, it's not on the phones. It's a niche player. It's not gonna be able to grow. I'm sorry to say this. I don't think Dropbox is worth 20 bucks. But let's keep going, and I'm gonna get into more of my details later. Let's talk about HelloSign, the Dropbox component that Jeremy also likes. I think the HelloSign is the more powerful part of Dropbox. I think HelloSign is the growth vector of Dropbox. And having said that, I think HelloSign is going to have an extremely tough time competing with everybody else out there. So let's see. HelloSign has to compete with Adobe. There's thousands of companies that do these kinds of signature situations. Lockheed Martin has one. Theirs is, I guess, super encrypted or something. I don't know. I mean, we use Adobe at work. We don't care. I've used so many things from real estate companies that use their own, from auto dealerships that use their own, insurance companies that use their own. These are tailored for these companies. They have a single contract that they want thousands of people to sign, and they want the contract to automatically build into that client's file and to automatically be associated. If Dropbox can do that well, good, but I don't think they're the only ones that are trying to do that well. Everybody who's in this game of signatures and document signing wants to make it easy for the customer to be able to find what's been signed and what's been stored. Let me see what we got here. I just wrote a whole bunch of stuff. I think where Dropbox has good value, good potential to do well with HelloSign is in the HR department. So you hire somebody, you want to email them their hiring package, you want to get them to sign their hiring documents, and you want it all to be stored on the cloud. But I don't think a lot of companies are going to be doing that. Yeah, that companies are going to be growing, but they're not necessarily going to be growing with Dropbox. They'll be growing with whoever they want to be growing with. There's, again, a ton of competition. Yeah, with the HR department, it's nice, but if the company isn't like an IT company, isn't tech related, they're probably not going to be using Dropbox or HelloSign. And if they are, they probably have the money to just use DocuSign. Why would they go with Dropbox? Okay, so HelloSign integrates well with Dropbox. I hope so. I would really, really hope so. So HelloSign is integrated with all the other apps like Adobe and what's that? Stack. I'm losing my focus and concentration here. Slack. Yeah, Slack, not Stack. But it's not. When you say integrate, do you really mean integrate, or is it just like another widget on an app? Like an add-on to like a Firefox or an add-on to Chrome. Yeah, you could get it on there. Yeah, you could use it, but again, that's not the only widget that you can add to a platform or an environment. You could add so many components to Adobe. You can add so many components to Microsoft. You can add so many components to even Google Docs. They have third-party developers, and that's what Dropbox is to all of these other platforms, a third-party developer. And yeah, you can integrate into there, and it's great. You could be there, but it's not something that's unique or special. It would have to have that integration just to stay alive. Otherwise, it's kind of dead on arrival. Hello sign wouldn't have any value. Okay. So Jeremy says that Dropbox is undervalued, and Hello sign is also undervalued. They're worth about $8 billion right now. Since he's bought it, the price hasn't really gone up or down too much. It's in the $19 range. In my opinion, I'm not an expert. I'm not financially giving you advice, but in my opinion, Dropbox is maybe a $10 stock. And then when you go ahead and add Hello sign to it, it's like a $5 stock, and you get the bundle deal. It's like a $15 stock. I don't think Dropbox is worth $19, $20, $25, $30, $40. Let's keep going here. Okay, so let's see. All right, so DocuSign is a $200 stock and is worth $30 billion. If it lost half of its value, if it fell 50% tomorrow, it would be worth $15 billion. Okay, that's horrible. It would be a $100 stock. What Dropbox would have to do is double in size, become a $40 stock, to basically become a $16 billion valuation, maybe 17, whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't think Dropbox can double that quickly. It would really have to hurt DocuSign. I do think DocuSign does command that market lead. And even Adobe has that, and so many other competitors have that. HelloSign isn't going to be able to do that, and Dropbox isn't going to be able to push it up any higher. I do think that actually Dropbox is overvalued. All right, let me see what else I got here. Yeah, it's. I don't see Dropbox becoming a $40 stock, and I don't see DocuSign becoming a $100 stock. If DocuSign becomes a $100 stock, I guarantee you Jeremy would buy DocuSign and dump Dropbox in a heartbeat. I really think Dropbox could maybe be like a $10, $15 stock. Let's see. He says he never tried the professional version of Google Drive. Well, that's fine. The cheapest version of Google Drive you can get is $19 a year. It's only 100 gigabytes. That's fine for most people. The free version, I think, is like 10, 15 gigabytes. It doesn't matter. At $2 a month, people will sign up for it just because. Whereas if you got to pay $10 a month, even $5 a month, they're not going to do that. They don't want to do that. Yeah, I'd be willing to cough up, I don't know, $10 a month, $10 a year, $15 a year to have 100 gigs of storage just to get the stuff off of my phone and onto Google Drive and not even have to think about it. But to use Dropbox and install another app, don't make me install an app. Please don't make me install an app. It's painful. That's how I feel. Do you please comment below. Do you enjoy installing apps on your phone that didn't come with your phone to begin with? Is this a pleasurable activity for you to have to deal with more icons and more clutter on your screen? I don't think you do. Let me know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm just a crazy guy making my first YouTube video. Hello again, by the way. Let's see. It's ubiquitous. Okay, going more towards Google here. So Google is doing the Chromebook thing, and a lot of schools and a lot of teachers, if Google Docs is free, well, we don't have to pay Microsoft. If you can get a $200 Chromebook, well, you can become educated now. A lot of schools are doing the Google Chromebooks and Google Docs, and a lot of schools are setting up email accounts through Google that are ending with at school.edu. So that's gonna become ingrained in the students and graduating classes and going into the business world for the upcoming generation. This is how Apple was beating Microsoft from the get-go, from the beginning, by having control and power in the schools. So I don't see Dropbox having any stake in the school situation. So yeah, I mean, you must really not like Google, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon to want to go with Dropbox. And if you don't like any of those four major players, you probably aren't going to go with Dropbox either. You're probably going to find yourself buying a network storage solution that's just custom for you, that's local, that's in your own control, that doesn't necessarily go to the cloud, or is a cloud that you have absolute authority and management power over, and you're not going to give that up easily. So again, that's another negative for Dropbox. Let's see. Okay, another downside for Dropbox. We're going towards the password segment of it. So Dropbox can do password management. I don't think that's a good thing anymore. Everyone's using biometrics. Everyone's going away from passwords. People don't want to have passwords anymore. Passwords are a thing of the past. What you want to do is have biometrics. If I have to sell something on eBay, do I prefer to create an eBay account, or do I want to sign in with Google? If I want to buy something off of a random store online, do I want to do a guest checkout and create a new profile, or do I want to log in with Google or Facebook or even Apple, or even if they have somehow integrated with Amazon, just log in through Amazon and use my Amazon credentials to make my purchase. Dropbox is not in the loop there. How are they going to win market share? How are they going to win dominance? It's such a disadvantage. They're not being able to develop their brand power here. Let's face it. You want to drink a Coke, not a house brand soda. You might even get house brand soda, but it's not something that you're specifically asking for. You're just getting it because that just so happens to be right there. Moving along, let's see. Another negative for Dropbox, they're in the file storage environment. They're in the file storage solution. Everybody is putting everything on the cloud. Nobody has files anymore. Your database is on the cloud. Your work environment is on the cloud. Where I work, we directly have Microsoft Office and Windows open up through AWS, Amazon Web Services. All of my documents are there, connected to my work desktop. All of my system-specific, work-specific applications are there. My email is there. Everything is synced. All I have to do is open up a Chrome browser and boom, I'm ready to go. I don't have to download anything. I don't have to install anything. It all runs off of a virtual platform through AWS and Microsoft. I guess they've got a little partnership, or even if they don't, I guess they've integrated the APIs at my workplace in a way where that works. So we're not using Dropbox. That bottom line, we're not using Dropbox. We have 100,000 employees. We're not using Dropbox. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to set up an account. I don't want to. Yeah, I have a Dropbox account. I'm fairly certain I have a Dropbox account, but I have like 2 files in there. I'm not even gonna go change my password to figure out what that is. I don't remember the password. I don't care about the password. Yeah, it's an account. Great. Maybe they can monetize me. I don't think so. Let's see. So, negative situation here for Mr. Financial Education. Maybe you're using Dropbox because Apple isn't meeting your needs. Apple isn't fulfilling your required essential services. Maybe iCloud is the one that's lagging behind, and that's why you're thinking Dropbox is a good conclusion. Is a good product. I don't think so. Maybe iCloud needs to step its game up, but as far as I know, Amazon, Microsoft, and Google, they're on it. They're fine. Dropbox isn't competitive in the Android part of the world, or the Microsoft part of the world, or even the Amazon part of the world. I wouldn't install Dropbox on a Fire device or anything like that. All right, let's see. Coming to the conclusion, I love Jeremy. I love his channel. I love the way he finds the stocks that he's finding. I love the way he lays out why he thinks the stock should go up. As much as I've said I don't like Dropbox, as much as I've said I don't like the price of Dropbox, I gotta let you know, full disclosure, I have purchased Dropbox. Dropbox is way less than 1% of my portfolio. I would love to be wrong and make money. I think that Jeremy did bring up some good points. Dropbox does have some room to grow. Yes, that's fine. I don't think it'll ever be a $40 stock, maybe like a $25 stock. I'd be getting out at 25 bucks. I wouldn't be buying more. Let's see. Sorry guys, it's my first video. I haven't edited this, of course, obviously. I'm reading off of the script right here. I've just typed it up. It's like midnight. It's actually like 1 a.m. So what do you get if you watch my videos in the future? I'm gonna do a portfolio breakdown, what I have. I'm gonna talk a little bit about Domino's. I'm gonna talk a little bit about CarMax. I'm gonna let you know why I bought Dropbox and how I'm gonna make money off of Dropbox regardless of what it does and how it does. Let's see. Some advice, Jeremy. I wouldn't make this your top 10 stocks. I wouldn't make this your top 5 stocks. Your position's pretty much built out. Don't buy any more Dropbox. I'd like, if you're still watching this, please subscribe. I'm gonna give you a point of view that's completely different from Jeremy's. Obviously, I might have just stated a bunch of obvious things, but maybe you didn't know some of these things that were happening. For example, I've gone to FinViz right here, and on FinViz, I'm looking at all of the other analysts that have put price targets on Dropbox. None of them are really good price targets. I also have Robinhood, of course. And then obviously with Robinhood, I've upgraded to the gold plan. And on the gold plan on Robinhood, it actually has Morningstar ratings. And Morningstar has rated Dropbox at a $15 target. I actually agree with that completely. I think it's a little bit overpriced. If it falls, I will buy more. If Dropbox hits $10 a share, I will buy up to 0.9% of my portfolio. I will purchase Dropbox. Right now I have about 0.1% of my portfolio in Dropbox. This is a minute, teeny, tiny little amount into Dropbox. I'd be willing to buy a little bit more at 15, but really I'd prefer to buy this stock at 10. The only reason I would track Dropbox is because I do have a little bit into it. That is why I bought it. That is why I have it. That is what I need to do to make sure I track the stock. There's too many out there. And if I don't have anything vested in it, I don't want to know anything about it. I'm sorry, I just don't care if my money is not literally in it. So unless I start a position, I'm not going to be tracking it at all. So I'd love to be wrong, and I'd love to save face because Jeremy's right. I'd love to say he's doing everything fantastically and everything's great. But I'm going to come out with several videos that are on stocks that he's not into. I'm going to always provide a perspective that's different from what he does. And hopefully you can enjoy my content and I figure out how to speak faster or be less weird. I don't know what this is going to look like. I'm recording this right now and I'm telling you I'm not going to be editing. I'm just going to be putting it right there. Don't give me too much hate for that. I'm just trying to grow a channel from scratch. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'm asking again and again. I really need it. It's a brand new channel. I'm trying to grow it. Please and thank you. That's it, folks. Thank you. Bye.